This show is part of the HeadStuff podcast network.
Lovely stuff.
Hey, lovely, lovely.
Tell you what, though, folks, that's bloody nice. That is bloody lovely.
Lovely Holland.
Lovely touch.
Lovely Holland.
Lovely touch.
Hello, and you're
You're
very welcome to another episode of The Lovely Show. And it's a very special episode.
Oh, you better
today
believe it is.
of The Lovely Show, because we are joined in the studio by a very special guest, the CEO, the head honcho at Waterford Whispers News, Mr. Colm Williamson.
Yes.
I just hesitated on your name there.
Williamson.
Is it? It's Williamson. It's Williamson, isn't
Williamson.
it? Oh yeah.
McLean.
There's a thing in the country where people add extra bits to names.
Oh yeah.
Like Stevens will become Stevenson.
Like St. Stephenson.
And I was like, exactly, and I panicked that I was doing it there. How are you getting on?
Good, yeah, sure, look.
You've got a brand new spanking book out.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Right
have it on the
beside,
shelf.
right beside your beautiful head.
Yeah.
Waterford Whispers News, the 2025 edition.
What year is this in the series of doing the book?
That's number 12.
Holy
God.
Moses.
Holy
It must be hard though to decide what stories of the year to include.
Yeah, it is, because we do 60% of the year, and then we have to make 40% then new stuff. So it's 190 stories.
Good God.
100 whatever of that percentage is the old stuff, and like we do between myself and Carl, we've 15,000 stories so far since we started. So I think there's 1,000 or something a year, so we have to go through a lot.
Bloody hell.
And come here, how did take us back?
Yeah.
Take us back now. If
one.
Doc Brown was to jump in the old DeLorean,
Gotta go back.
and we got to go back to the origins. Tell me how this whole thing started off.
Just being broke, after the recession. I was living in Dublin.
So this is like 2009.
2008, I was living in
Because
Dublin.
I remember definitely the Facebook era, it was huge.
That's when
it really...
Everything to
for me.
Facebook. We wouldn't be here only for Facebook,
I
to be
know.
honest. Seriously,
I hate to say
a
it.
lot of us,
Yeah.
and we all give out about it. But 2008, I was unemployed. I was living in Dublin.
What were you working up for this?
I was a bar manager.
Oh, wow.
I was managing Walters and Dunleary. I was also in the Noggin Inn. Monkstown, I was in Goggins. I was.
These two sound like made up places.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're real.
You said Walter Goggins. Like that's an
Walter
actor.
Goggins, yeah. Fallout. And then I
Had a job in Tarantino's there for a while.
my kid, he was born, and I just didn't want him to have a Dublin accent, so we moved down to
It's so
Tramore.
solid, yeah.
I think
No,
that's
seriously,
the,
that was
I know,
a real.
no,
that's the
I
main-
totally get that. Yeah.
that's the main reason why people leave Dublin and London. I remember my friend Adon telling me, he was like, he moved down home. He's from Cavan, thick Cavan accent. And he was like, the kids are coming here now, and I don't know, I think I might move home. And I was like, why? And he was like, McGowan, like, Jesus Christ, like, I'm just thinking like the kids be 8 or 9 coming in with a Dublin accent. Like, you drown them. Like, he's actually talking
Not my
about
kids.
murdering his
kids.
own children.
I think it's worse when they have the accent and they move away and then come back with a Dublin accent.
Oh,
that's
that's
the cruelty of it,
Like, all this effort I put in
Yeah,
to get
and-
you out of this,
and then you
and
come
look
back
what
with
you've
that.
gone and done.
Come back with that. So we moved down and thinking, it was like we're going to get a job, because jobs were plentiful. So were apartments at the time, and you could literally just, I want to live there, and we did. And 600 a month, you live beside the sea. I was like, oh, it's the dream. And
It's amazing how, like, during, like, when the rest of the world is in crisis, like during the recession, we seem to have loads of money. All my friends had loads of money, and now
'Cause
the
we're on the
country, yeah, we were on the
Yeah.
dole, and we were fucking buying steaks and going out every night of the week, and now we're all making much more money, and nobody can afford.
Yeah, but that's because
anything.
everything's way more expensive. You go out and pay a $5 for a steak back in those days, nearly.
That's true.
you could live on a tenner a day. I was living on a
Yeah.
tenner a day,
Yeah.
and
Used to
I
get
still had
hand
money
jobs
left for
in
beers.
There you go. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, no. So yeah, we were down there, and Lehman Brothers collapsed, and I said, right, fuck, I have no job. I was working part time in a hotel, managing a restaurant, like really part time and off the books. And that
Probably
kind
a
of job.
statute of limitations gone on that.
Yeah, you're grand,
definitely fine now. But I just started messing on Facebook, writing stories. I used to love Photoshop,
Yeah.
Microsoft Paint. Before Photoshop, I was
Wow, that's where
Yeah.
you started.
Yeah.
That's a hard one to do Photoshop
It is.
decently on.
and I pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
really
good.
fucking hell. Because
That's dedication.
That's hours. Of
that
work.
really
Hours.
is.
There's no tools. Like you're just.
No, it's just the eraser,
paste
and you're
and-
trying to really zoom in to get the
It's
head.
literally like chopping up something with a knife and
Yeah, yeah.
sticking it together on
Yeah.
the computer. Yeah.
Do you remember your first story?
It was about a phone box in Ferry. So they were taking up all the phone boxes because they're useless, And I did a story about a fucking phone box in Ferrybank, and I can't remember what it was, but it was all local stuff. So I started with doing like the local news, the local Tramore news, the local Waterford news. I think that's how it grew because it resonates with people. Oh, you mentioned Tramore.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
The local
And
acknowledgement
you
really
branch
goes a long
out.
way.
Yeah.
Kilkenny then, started doing Wexford, Clonmel, because I lived in all these areas. And then Dublin, and then once I started doing Dublin, how about national news or
Yeah.
politics? Wow. And once I started doing that, I was like, fuck, there's something in this, And then someone was there, look at The Onion. Oh, The Onion. I never really followed The Onion
Yeah.
until after I started. And I was there, fuck, this is brilliant. So I just copied them.
Yeah.
Like all the satire sites. So we'd meet up every year. And last year or this year we're in Amsterdam, and you have the Dutch, the Germans, all these big satire sites, and they're huge.
This is like a convention.
It's a
Wow,
big,
that is-
big
Satire.
satire. It's called.
Wow.
Yeah. So we all meet up, all lads, and they're all
some reason.
introverts. Most of us, and we all meet up and we do a little summit thing, and we talk about business and how terrible our business is and no money in it. And then they're printing now. They're gone back to print and
Wow.
stuff. They're copying the Onion again. So
Onion's gone back into
Yeah.
print, yeah.
what I'd literally do was I'd find a story, copy and paste it, and rewrite the whole thing
Lovely.
because I didn't know how to write anything, like structure of an article. Then I'd done a course in like a adult education place, and it was a journalism and photography course, and they taught me how to structure the articles and
Who, what, where, when, why?
I'd done it for a year, and I was like, yeah, that's it. Oh, that's how you do it.
Wow.
And was it always Waterford Whispers from day one where you're
Was,
like, that's
yeah.
the name?
Yeah,
Class.
yeah. It was just, I was doing it on notes on Facebook. It used to be just Facebook notes. I had no website. And the reach then, the tap was fully on. It would just fucking fly, you
Yeah.
know. The reach now is like, it's like a dribble. But
They make you pay for it now, don't they?
they do,
That's,
yeah. They
Facebook
do,
is-
yeah. I give out about them, but I can't. you
I know, that's I always come back to that as well. Even complain about social media. I'm like, oh, but I wouldn't be where I am without it. Fuck.
I feel like that's like the model for
catch-22.
most businesses now is like you create a free business that everyone enjoys, and then you make that business so awful to use that you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Like YouTube is getting so fucking annoying to use now.
Yeah. We're thinking of going into YouTube next year with doing like the Bill reports, like Bill Bad Body, kind of a right wing kind of thing. But yeah, people are like, oh, it's not the way it used to be now. So I'm like, fuck
But
right.
even, I still think YouTube is the one to go for if
make
you're going.
money.
Yeah, completely. Like it's always been the model for a lot of people from moving into long form. That it
Yeah,
is.
long form, that's what we
It's-
want to do,
And you're
yeah.
already at a place that you'd have such a following moving over. Because I think a lot of people, the struggle is building the following up on YouTube.
Yeah.
And a lot of people now use TikTok to push towards their YouTube.
Reels, yeah.
What was your first big kind of success where you're like, all right, there's something here? Like
Michelle Obama and her husband was with the president. I was over and
Michelle Obama and her husband.
we were over.
You're such a feminist.
I know. Take that. So she was over, and I quoted her as saying, oh, God, all these Irish are ugly motherfuckers. That was the headline. And the fucking abuse on like it was just all
So that's
racism
the
then.
side.
So
Yeah.
I hooked into the fucking
Hooked into
right
the
wing.
ring. Hooked into the racism.
Dragged him in.
If I
hooked
can
him in.
annoy, well, I mean, a friend of mine, Martin Angolo, every time he
A friend of yours.
friend of the
ours.
shows, friend of ours. Well,
friend.
Colm might know.
I do.
But
I know. Yeah.
You know, Martin. Every time Martin,
He's very
posts-
happy when he's drinking pints.
He loves
That's
pints.
him at his happiest.
The man does comedy as a way to get to
Get
pints.
points. Yeah.
But he was saying every time he has a clip about race, he just gets a ton of abuse. but they're the clips that go viral because of you're getting
comments.
engagement.
Engagement, yeah.
It pushes it up the algorithm.
Brilliant, yeah.
So he'll purposely go out of his way to talk about race just
I
so
think
that
there's a lot of that goes on.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
In the media anyway.
there's no such thing as bad
totally,
engagement.
you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
But I remember back, we were in college and someone came in, obviously not realising that it was a satire site at this point, and they're like, did you see Pat Kenny was in having cocaine in Workman's last night? And he fucking went on this rant. And it was a war. And they were like, no, this happened. Like, Pat Kenny was out of it, shouting abuse. I was like, that is incredible. When that still likely happens a lot.
We get a lot now on TikTok. So TikTok's kind of like the
Okay.
new Facebook, where people on Facebook now are, oh yeah, it's Waterford Whispers. Oh, sure, look. But on TikTok now is because you have a lot of younger people and Americans. They don't seem to have the cop that it's fake. So we do the video stories, like ridiculous ones. We done one recently on it was 2 years ago. Santa shot down over Israel by the Iron Dome. And there's people actually going, is this real? It was a fucking real.
I wouldn't
like.
put it past
I
them.
am-
No, I would not put it past
There's a
them.
lot of layers to this that I have to explain aren't real.
But there's
That's
kids, with the crying
Yeah,
emojis
yeah.
all the way down. Oh, yeah.
So
My
for
brother's seen this.
for in a world of misinformation, Colm, do you court that kind of confusion, or do you purposely try and lean away
It's
from
not
it?
intentional,
Yeah.
but it sometimes happens. Like we done one recently again. You know the snuzzes,
Yeah.
but we done a suppository.
Yeah, I
version.
saw that.
That one flew on TikTok. There, someone pointed out to me during the week. Jeez, one of your stories after going viral again. I always get one of your stories after going viral, and it's just like Americans again. It's just like what they're putting suppositories, snuzzes up their asses in Ireland.
I got stung this week. I think it was a story you put out this week. When you're just like kind of scrolling, you're not even really looking that hard. And I just saw Tato release noiseless crisps for watching, and I went, "What a fucking stupid idea!" And I didn't. And then I saw it recently when I was looking up this. I was like, "All right, that's what this is."
Yeah, it happens a lot.
When you started, when did you know? Okay, this could be a job for me.
When the dole started pressuring me, you need to get a job.
How did that meeting go? All right, lads, I got a great fucking idea.
They helped me. They helped. It was really funny because they goes, there's a back to enterprise, because I started making money through the ads.
Yes.
And people start clicking on the ads in the articles. And the North Korean story, which is I hate talking about this one, but the North Korean lands the first ever man in the sun. And that one really took off, but it made like thousands on the ads. And that's when I went, fucking hell, there's money in ads. And then I literally had to go into the dole and go, yeah, I'm making money off this. And they were like, all right, just make a business plan and we'll give you your dole for the first year, 3/4 of the next year, when we even give you a grant. I was like, fuck, wow. This is great.
Jesus.
Actually doing something and getting paid for it.
Yeah.
And it just kind of took off then. Yeah. That was the computer and everything. Bought me a proper computer, Adobe Suite, the whole lot. I was like, fuck.
Finally had Photoshop.
By MS.
Served me well.
Lovely stuff.
Have you ever run into any kind of celebs or politicians who had any negative feedback over stories?
Get cold shoulders a lot, yeah. And because we write so many things, we tend to forget who we write it, and obviously there's Carl, and before we used to have Jerry as well, and we would obviously be hitting at people, and then you forget you're after doing something on someone, and then you meet with someone, and then you don't actually remember when you're talking to them. But and I'm not going to mention names because but definitely, you just kind of you get the eye, and you just go, oh, fuck, well, I know what that eye is about, and I'm starting to realize the eye, and they give you the eye. It's kind of that. That shake.
Looking through you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You fucking prick.
Yeah. I had that when I shook hands with Brendan O'Connor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I met him at the IFTAs years after Republic Telly, and I got a tight squeeze and a squinty eye, and I was like, right, he's annoyed about something I said about him 4 years ago.
Oh, what did you say?
I can't even remember. Oh, we would have slagged him mercilessly.
Yeah.
You kind of every season had like a new person to be like,
Yeah,
this will be the
you'd
person we'll
bully
relentlessly go
bully
after.
different people.
Yeah.
Anyone in the canteen, basically.
Because that's for you. You're like, you're going to be in front of them frequently.
Yeah.
When there was a canteen.
I missed that show. That was. I should bring that back.
They really and
I
truly.
missed it too. it's such a great thing to have, though. It's a nice antidote to depressing news. Like, do you ever? Does news depress you?
No.
No.
I'm so immune to it.
Yeah.
Like even with all the, I suppose the Gaza stuff is pretty horrible, but I mean, I'm so desensitized to,
Yeah.
like I grew up on rotten.com and
Yeah.
like, you know, seeing my friends send me awful shit, you know, people getting run over in trains and stuff. I'm like, stop fucking sending me stuff. And I literally
Who
have
the
to block
fuck are you
people.
friends with?
Oh, they're always trying to, you know, I get so many messages because of what I do, I suppose, and there's always trying to, people shock me. And yeah, so I deal with the news every day. I literally, first thing I have to do is when I wake up is look at the news, and the news is awful. And when you keep looking at it, I suppose it's like a doctor. Oh, your son's dead, you know, and
You do definitely. I know, and Joe
turn-
as well.
it's-
You would be a terrible
desensitized
doctor.
to it.
he's dead.
But it's
Good news and bad news. Good news is we have free parking here at the hospital.
But the thing in Joe,
Make a new one.
sometimes you'd be like, weirdly in Joe, there'd be times you're like, I hope this news story goes this way because I have the perfect meme if it does.
Yeah.
Like if it goes that way with whatever the
Yeah.
case is, you know, you're like, and I'm like, I don't know if I should be doing this anymore. My head's getting warped by the whole thing.
But you have a balance on the website. Like
That's Carl.
because really, because I was reading your new book, and like it's in sections where you have like kind of the politics section, and then kind of like, I don't know, would you call it lifestyle?
Yeah, it's like
And after the politics one, I was getting depressed because it's, you know, it's about rent, it's about corruption,
Yeah.
it's about world news, and then you read a story about crisps, and you're like, you need
the observational humor,
Yeah,
as you
yeah,
say.
yeah,
The
yeah,
local man stuff.
local
Yeah,
man stuff. You
yeah,
need that
yeah.
to balance off.
I love the local man. I do a lot of the local man stuff. It's just the observational humor and, you know, writing around it. I love those stories the best. Because,
I think the bill, you know, I would worry. Have you ever had encounters where you've met people who don't realise?
Bill, like,
Yeah.
oh, Bill, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Definitely
Oh, no.
online.
Oh, yeah. People like
That's what I would be.
Marcus Sweeney, he thought Bill was real for a while, and he was sending me messages. Oh, hey man, love what you do. And I was trying to keep him. I was there. Oh, I'm going to do a podcast. Do you want to come on? And he was like, oh yeah, I love that. Then I think he kind of realized Bill wasn't real.
It started just with yourself,
Yeah,
and then
Carl,
the workforce ballooned.
Oh, did you? Like insane. So Carl,
You have one man underneath you.
Whoa. No, it was Carl, and then I got Jerry as well, Jerry McBride, and that was at the peak. And then it's just me and Carl again. Yeah, it's a hard business to monetize.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
like any
it's-
comedy, like comedy
It's
is
the way
fucking
you're
impossible.
You're trying to as well. You're sometimes reliant on the algorithm and all that crack, which is annoying
Ads,
that
the
you have
ads
to be.
and the sponsorship, and so I used to have, you know, you'd have agents dealing with agencies, and then they take 20%, they take 20%,
Yeah.
they take 15%, the government takes 24%. By the time you actually do something, you do a great piece of content, and then at the end of it, you have fucking nothing, you know,
Yeah.
and you're like, what the hell am I doing? Yeah, it's great. You know, I have all these brands and woo, woo, brilliant, but you're like, they're the ones winning at the end of the day.
I
you
know, and it's sometimes that happened to me a few times where you end up feeling like I thought I was meant to like doing this thing. And I'm just sad.
It takes your soul, and it is
does.
corporate. It
Oh,
takes your
yeah.
soul. I've had this conversation with so many comedians and influencers. I hate that word, but like and I think that's kind of dying out now.
I do too, yeah.
Yeah,
You don't see it as much or these big campaigns anymore.
No, they're gone, and
I've noticed a lot more sports lads
Mm.
getting stuff that comedians and influencers used to get.
Yeah.
And if you're not into sport,
Yeah.
it just looks like the weirdest ad in the world. You're like, why is this man with a misshapen head who can't seem to act selling a chicken roll in a Centra ad? And it's every time there's an ad in particular, and there's an actor, a female actor, and she's working her bollocks off. And then there's a rugby player, and he just goes, thanks. And I'm like, he's getting 90% of the wages on this, and it breaks my heart every time I see it.
Yeah.
What's your kind of process? What's your writing process like?
well, let's just look at the news and go, right, what can I do?
You and Carl, are you got like an office? You sit down opposite
No,
each other?
he's in Mayo.
Right.
I have an office in Tremor studio, and it's where we make all the T-shirts as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, so he'd send me pitches every morning. I'd send pitches back, and we kind of pitch on the same thing sometimes, and I go, my one's better. And he would write maybe 2 or 3, I'd write maybe 2 or 3. And but there's also other bits of content like the video and stuff, which I do in-house. I do the news anchor, Paddy Brown, Bill, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I do all the content, video content, and he does the stories mostly, you know. Yeah, so it's a nice marriage.
When did you start doing the videos? Like,
When I started, I was the main thing I used to love, the day-to-day.
Yeah.
Brass eye, that kind of stuff, and I started doing all that kind of stuff at the start. So when I started the written content, I did a load of videos as well, which you can't see now because I've hidden them because they look awful. And big long intros to the news, like fucking minute long. Imagine doing that now. It's just like a world revolving
Spinning
around
for ages.
because I made it myself.
Yeah.
you
yeah, I
know?
know you were proud about
I
it.
put
Back
the
in
work
those
in.
days, I'm like,
After
I'm but yes.
It took me 8 hours to do that, you know.
That's the thing. People
Hell.
don't appreciate that.
No, you do that. You want everyone to appreciate it. They're like, fucking get on with it, will you?
I know.
And now it's just like
Yeah.
straight in. Yeah, so yeah, I love the videos. And the problem was, obviously, we had to pivot our business because I've kind of ditched the ads. You know, we still take in the odd brand, but I made a decision like 2 years ago. I'm done. I just went out and I said, right, I need a business. So I started the T-shirt business and mugs and all that, and relaunched the shop and brought everything in-house, all the equipment. We print everything end to end. And that took a year to kind of get to where it is now, where I'm stepping back and actually getting back to doing the videos.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking love
Because
the videos.
you've done live shows. I've been to a couple of your live shows.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah, that was
fantastic.
fucking hard work though.
Yeah.
Barry Murphy was directing, and we had some great actors in it. Yourself, Peter McGann, a few others as well. Just great crack. And we sold out Vicar Street. We were up in Belfast, the Everyman in Cork, the Spiegel tent. It was really hard. We had 2 great actors, Sophie Jo Watson, Damien, fantastic. A lot of work.
Damien, fantastic. That's a great name.
Yeah. Kearney. It was brilliant. No, it was really hard work though, and we didn't make any money, to be honest.
All right. Yeah. Because you're just putting so much into it.
Yeah. You're throwing everything at the wall, and then we kind of put the cart before the horse, and we didn't have. I think when you need a live show, you need characters and a character developed, and we put the cart before the horse, where we just, we'll just hire in 2 brilliant actors, but no one knew who they were or
Right.
their act. You know, they weren't. They had no presence online. You know, that's where Bill came out. I just went, right, okay, fuck it. I need to, bite the bullet, do the acting thing. I've always been an actor on stage and stuff. So I said, why not just fucking, develop my own character? So I did. And Bill is going to come back next year as hopefully a big force in Waterford Whispers universe. Same with Paddy, the anchor. So yeah.
Orchie gave ye a lick of stardom for a very brief moment. Was that the comic relief, or what was?
Yeah, so initially we had the comic relief, and we were in the Tree Arena, and it was a huge, massive thing through Darren and Kite, and it was a massive thing. It was like 5,000 audience. It was all Deirdre O'Kane, Fred. There was loads of.
Was that Patrick's Day?
Patrick's
Was it that one?
Day,
Yes,
yeah.
I was at that. Yeah.
It was huge, massive, and that was great. And then the next year, COVID, so we had Anne Doyle doing it. And that
What
was
an amazing
fantastic.
choice.
She
Yeah.
was so cool.
Oh.
She was so cool. Like, I mean, when you meet, you see them all your life
Yeah.
on TV, and then you meet them, it's like totally different person.
Yes.
I shared a train journey back with Anne Doyle once from Cork.
Yeah.
And same thing. You think you know a newsreader. She has buckets of personality
Oh.
and
Really?
wild stories.
Yeah,
That's the thing. And would launch, because I met her, and again, instantly launched into these wild stories. I was like, we don't even know each other. And I love that you're entrusting me with this information.
But
But
she's
having
fantastic.
having her as your newsreader,
yeah.
it was a
that's-
genius move. And
Yes.
also, and I remember at the time people had been shocked at what she was willing to say.
Yeah. Oh, she was full on, and didn't
Was there
have
ever any hesitation
No,
from her?
No, and she was just such a
Incredible.
pro. And then the following year, which you were mentioning, we got Angus McReena, who was famously What? And we done the same kind of format, and we had a Me Too part from the live show in the New Year's Eve segment where God was arrested for impregnating a young migrant 2,000 years ago. So it was a Me Too case from the Bible, and I actually filmed God outside Waterford Court being thrown into a paddy wagon. And literally, when I filmed that, the cops actually came out of the court. And, do you want a hand? Do you want a hand? I said, I'm fucking filming, I said. And they were there like, what are you filming? I was there, God's been arrested, and there were stitches, just cops and stitches. Looking at me. What? Go ahead. And literally throwing him into the back of the paddy wagon. Anyway, that clip, someone took 20 seconds of that clip, put it up on X, of course, and the Archbishop of Ireland went nuts. Once he went nuts, then it started a whole avalanche of, American Bible belters complaining. They got 7,000 complaints into RT.
Brilliant.
We got hounded for a month. My dad got hounded by journalists because he looked like the God actor, the beard and stuff. And RTE were backing up. We're not apologising. And then they eventually apologised because there was 200 people outside. You know, with those statues and stuff, and they were singing the Rosary outside. So that was interesting.
I love the idea that God needs to be defended.
Yeah, but it was the
Arguably
time
the
of
most
the
powerful being ever.
we timed it. We said we'd put that piece in because the Mother and Baby Homes report was going to be out the week after, and we kind of said, right, okay, we knew that report. Well, what's going to happen in January, because we done it in November. The Mother and Baby, something in religion, put in the God sketch thing, yeah, whatever. And it was like, but everyone's sitting down, all their happy families, watching the news or the new year coming in, and the little Timmy's on the Mother's app, and next thing God's, So I can understand why, but it was fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, maybe it was too soon.
Lovely stuff.
Was there ever any word of like a full half-hour RTE show?
We've been back and forth like any comedian who you come up and then you're popular, let's ask them and ruin it. And we've gone through that. We've done so much of that with RTE and Virgin Media. Oh no, we'll just do a little pilot and we'll not give you any money, or we just do some stuff, take out all the funny bits though. And that's the way it is, the corporate.
But that is...
What's your favourite RTE newsreader voice?
Brian Dobson. Brian O'Donovan.
Brian O'Donovan. I've noticed how I like the ones... the further you get from Dublin, there's the Pascal Sheehy. As you go further away from Dublin, the voices get more distinctive and fun.
Who's your man, Luley? He's gone now, Lula.
Kieran Malooly.
Will Goodbody, he just had a great name.
Yeah, and he left. He's gone.
He's gone too.
That's who I put. Bill Badbody, obviously. It was nothing to do with him, though. I'm sure he's probably going, why did he call himself that? There's literally nothing to do with him.
An existential crisis ever since.
That's
why he left. He's like, I have to go.
I don't talk like this.
Have you got much notice outside Ireland over the years?
Well, like a quarter of our audience is US.
A quarter?
Yeah.
That's huge.
Oh, it's massive. US is a huge thing for us. Also, all the expat countries, Canada, Australia, UK especially, we're very strong in the UK. About a third of the audience, our views, 70 million views a month, are Irish, But in saying that, they're probably expats and, So the geo tells us.
I watch a lot of like American news, journalists talking to Trump. Mm-hmm. And usually the way Trump will take a difficult question is he'll ask like, who are you with?
Who are you with, yeah.
And that's his first. If you ask him a different, he goes, who are you with? And they goes, that's a terrible news organization and you're a bunch of liars. Like, how possible is it to get into that press room?
They only allow in who they want. And somehow that one the other day was, I don't know how she got in because they are so strict with.
You're a little piggy.
Yeah. Oh God, what a horrible thing to say. Like, and then who he said something else the other day. I don't know. He's just an animal, isn't he?
But I get frustrated watching it because I think satirists would be much better at combating Trump than journalists, because journalists still talk to Trump as if he's a normal
Yeah.
politician.
Yeah.
And like when he comes back with something insane, they kind of have nowhere to go.
They don't know where to go.
Whereas I feel like
And he's good comedic sense as well.
Yeah.
The bastard's funny, like, at the
yeah,
end
the
of the day.
fucker is funny. I think satirists should be let in, because I think they'd be much more adapted at dealing with him.
Oh,
Absolutely,
yeah.
He'd never do that.
But he'd never.
No
way.
Fucking
He'd
hell.
know better. He'd know
Yeah.
Bad buddy, Waterford Whispers News.
Big fan of yours.
Trump, what's your workout regime? How do you remain so sexy in your old age? I think that's how you'd get in. You just keep praising him.
Yeah, until you get
Plumawesome.
in. Yeah.
Plumawesome News.
Plumawesome News. Here's Tomas with the Plumawesome News.
Tomas Plumawesome is a great
Oh,
name.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to see more. I want to see more live shows.
Yeah, they're hard. I Barry kind of hooks me in as well now and again. Barry goes, "Oh, I have a thing. We'll get you into this deer," and we do like a 20-minute slot. And I guess there's just the work. I personally, it doesn't, like, even being on stage and doing that kind of stuff. I don't. It's not something I want. Like, I kind of grew up doing Amdram and stuff, and with my mum's an Amdram director, so quite used to being on stage and stuff. And I suppose I don't have the hunger for it myself, but it's just a lot of work. And like, even for a 20-minute show, we had a week's rehearsal, or a half an hour show. We had a week's rehearsal for the Dundalk comedy
Festival.
Yeah.
comedy festival, and that was intense, you know. Yeah, I'd love to have the time. It's all about time. And,
Yeah.
you know, maybe down the line where I can go, right, I actually have money now. If, say, the shop now, hopefully in about 2 years, the shop will, you know, actually pay for stuff like videos and live shows.
Yeah, well, with the live show stuff as well, like there's probably a lot of creating videos for then the live show.
Well, it's
and all
mostly
of that.
video.
So
Yeah.
then having to create specifically just for that you're like, okay, we'll get one use out of this nearly. I suppose
Yeah.
you could put some of them out.
Oh,
but
we
you're
had
like,
a Dundalk bit, a whole thing on Dundalk, which is your culture town, and there's Bill kind of going through Dundalk, taking the piss out of Dundalk. Drogheda, sorry, it was Drogheda.
yeah, the Drogheda Comedy Festival. But
So it wasn't
Dundalk used to though have a club as well.
Yeah.
They still do.
Did they? Yeah.
They
Yeah,
did. I don't know if they still do. But Drogheda, yeah.
Yeah, I just find the traveling, and because we have a big desk as well, it's huge, big, massive fucking thing. It's hard work. Yeah, you just need a lot of money and time.
Should get one of those masseuse desks. They kind of fold up nicely.
All right, yeah.
And then you make a bit of money on the side.
Skirting. Yeah.
Drogheda and Dundalk, there's a bus service there called Matthews Coaches, right? But the thing that always baffles me, certain people in both places pronounce it as Mattis's.
Mattis's.
Matthews is Mattis's.
Why?
Which I adore. And also there's McCardle's Ale, and they would pronounce
Oh,
it
that's
as
nice. Yeah,
Micado's.
Micado's Ale.
Micado's, like the biscuit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I adore it.
A
I
biscuit
love both of
flavour.
those
Biscuit
places.
flavour drink.
But the Mattis's, how that baffles me. It always will. That
Like Williamson's.
yeah, exactly. But it is, yeah, because I find that as well sometimes, that I don't get the same from certain things on stage. I've never, the way people talk about, like, do you not get the adrenaline rush off it? I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm dead inside.
I
think it's
feel
from the
nothing.
news, actually.
Yeah,
I'm not getting any enjoyment
I,
from your
totally.
clapping.
I'm like, I hate myself. This isn't changing anything.
I don't care. Bye, thanks. Where's the money?
I suppose in a world where everyone has social media profile and everyone's making jokes all the time,
Oh, they're also funny. Yeah.
how do you avoid the easy joke?
Well, that's the whole thing with us, that we think of the easy joke, and we're pitching it. Okay, that's the easy joke. So let's put another layer on that, and then Carl will put a layer on. I put another layer on, layer, until we have it where we're going to go, right. No one's thought of that one. Or
Yeah.
So we think everyone.
Yeah.
You know, in this world, I'm sure there's people that think alike, but we really strive to not do the easy joke. But sometimes we do when we're lazy and hungover or something. I throw that out. You know?
Yeah.
And it'll still fly.
And
It's
still
the
fly.
thing.
And people love that
it'll
one
be
more.
the most
like,
successful one.
Oh, that's the thing
the
that
annoying ones that you
breaks
hate.
my
Yeah, yeah.
heart.
Yeah.
That I'm like, you could spend 5 minutes making a video that you're just like, shoot this, talking shite. And then I'll spend hours like storyboarding, After Effects, all that, and on a masterpiece in my mind. And they're
Absolutely.
like,
Yeah.
"Are you okay? What the hell
It's like
is
that
this
with, I
shit?"
do session heads. Yeah, I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
So when I do session heads, it's always the little things that I just do on the fly, and then next thing, fucking million views.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
I know.
And nothing then for your 3-week masterpiece.
Totally. And it's kind of like, I define it's like you're trying to strike a balance of, I'm going to do half and half of like things that I really want to do, but I know no one's going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then the stuff that I'm like, well, everyone loves this.
Kind of
And
puts you off doing stuff.
It
Yeah.
does. And then I lose myself a bit.
Yeah.
People
I
are
remember
like,
you had one session heads where the lads were going off on holidays. And he was like, what are you doing? And he was washing his credit cards in the sink.
Oh, yeah.
And I was washing the coke out of credit cards. And I was like, that's from reality. That's way too specific of a thing.
There's a lot of research in my youth.
I was like, shit, I never thought of it. Yeah, they're probably going to fucking swab the cards.
Lovely stuff.
But yeah, Waterford does seem like an interesting place.
It is great. I love
And
it.
like,
Yeah.
I'd say it's perfect for comedy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They have a great sense of humor and they're self-deprecating as well. Very like something good's happening in Waterford and they're like, oh no, God, that's too. Oh,
it wouldn't suit us.
building up the keys. Oh, millions invested. Oh, I don't know. No, I don't know if we deserve that.
Some lad discovered fusion energy. No, it'll not take off. No, it'll be shite.
0 points. Yeah. No emissions. And never take off.
Did you ever do like Waterford Whispers from like an entire history of the Irish state through Waterford Whispers?
That's funny. You should say that. We actually have a kind of reeling in the years idea. We don't know whether to make it into a book or pitch it to RTE or fucking someone as a kind of reeling in the years, take the piss. But we focus on the Moriarty Tribunal or we focus on the equality referendum or something like that. And but we do our own alternative kind of interviews. And
I think go further. Go like 1912.
Yeah, oh, no, I mean going back.
Start with like Titanic.
Or 1916 or that kind of thing. You know? And you're interviewing Michael Collins or whatever. Yeah, look, I mean, there's so much. I love all. Remember Time Trumpet?
Yes.
Fucking love that. And that's from the future.
Yeah.
So doing a verse of
Or
that.
Tesco invades Denmark.
Oh, on the side,
Yeah.
it was on the side of the cliff. It was like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's an amazing show. I love that. And David Beckham then is really old. And it's fantastic.
Did he get a
Love it.
vagina planted on his arm?
Something like that, yeah.
Get some surgery to have a vagina
I don't know
on
this
his arm.
show.
Armando Annunzi.
Yeah, so Armando Iannucci, who worked on the day-to-day.
Barry was in that as well, was he?
Barry had a bit in it as
Yeah,
well.
Cake Shield.
Cake Shield.
Yeah.
Barry did a thing with Mark Doherty, David's brother,
Yeah.
Barry's old writing partner, where they had clips from Dragon's Den and then they would record the opposite bits.
Class.
And they had it was like a invention called Cake Shield, and it was essentially like a cover for your cake.
Yeah.
So Fenton Falls in it. And there's clips of lads going like, I've got one of these at home. And they're like, no, you don't. This is a prototype. And they're like, what's your turnover for last year? Turnover what? It was Apple. Wasn't it? Apple?
Turnover.
Yeah. And the turnover for previous year, it was Apple again, I think. Yeah.
Incredible.
But I think there's so much room to expand.
Yeah.
Because Ireland's history is it's very silly. I mean, apart from being dark, if you can sweep away all the darkness,
Yeah.
it's very silly
It's
history.
hard to get away
Even
from
just
it all.
the fact that we took over a biscuit factory is, I think, that's the foundation of a very silly place.
Yes.
We built the Titanic, the biggest ship in the world, and then it sank.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you like to see the future of Waterford Whispers News?
Well, that's it with the shop and just having actual money to make what we're talking about,
Yeah.
like videos and live shows and stuff that we're meant to be doing instead of trying to chase money the whole time. It's just money,
Yeah.
just enough. I just want enough to do what we're meant to do and to pay us because we're not getting paid properly, because life sucks and everything's so expensive. And the tax man takes everything. He takes half whatever you make. So it's just a tough world in business. Like any business, any small business is fucked in this country.
you can help Colm achieve his dream by buying Waterford
Yes.
Whispers 2025 annual.
Yeah.
It's an absolutely hilarious book.
Oh,
Gotta
yeah, the
check
book.
it out.
Great.
Yeah. And buy a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Loads of
Christmas
t-shirts.
ideal time as
Oh,
well.
It's actually a great time.
This is perfect timing.
Colm, it is a pleasure.
Thanks so
to
much
chat
for
to
having
you.
me on.
Thank you
Waterford
so much.
Whispers News Annual 2025. Buy it now in all book shops.
Good and bad.
Who's your competition this year for Christmas books?
Who's my competition this year? DJ Carey.
Has DJ Carey a book
Oh
out?
my God! You should see not a comedy book.
No.
It is good.
I mean it.
But the
got a lot of
DJ
laughs.
Carey book, I get the sales figures of all the books.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. they're going to buy an island. Whoever wrote that,
God.
the sales are insane.
Holy moly.
Yeah, fair play to them.
Free iPhone charger with each one.
Yeah, but don't buy that book. Buy this book.
Yeah, never mind that.
No.
I'm kind of curious about that DJ Carey book now.
He nearly went for Daniel O'Donnell. He nearly.
That would have been a death sentence.
Now
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would have been.
Don't come at the
There'd
king.
be no book. There'd be no coming back.
No,
No.
nothing like
Yeah.
found in a
Don't come for the
bog in
king.
Donegal.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you wouldn't have to fake hospital photos after that.
yeah.
Colm, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you
Check
so
out
much.
Waterford Whispers News. Buy a t-shirt, buy a book
Book or whatever.
for a loved one, or even an enemy.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you have someone in your life who hates it, and we have a live show coming up on the 16th of December. Tickets are available in
Tomorrow?
various places.
Oh, no, when this
Where
comes
are you?
out.
Where are you?
yeah.
Workman's.
We're in the
Oh,
Workman's
brilliant.
Club. Yeah. Got a special guest. Santa Claus is going to be there.
It's going to be there.
And the last and the oldest boy to believe in Santa will be
Make an
we're going to
appearance.
interview him here. He's 35 years old,
Incredible.
so that's going to be a stirring interview. Thank you very much, Colm.
Thank you.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck in the future, lad.
Thanks so much, mate.
Wonderful, aren't they? So talented. They'd make you sick.
This show is part of the HeadStuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with HeadStuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.